Hi friends, thanks for joining me for another story time. Today I have a really interesting book for you guys. So this is called Desert by Daniel Moreton, and this is a really cool book because it basically talks about desert and the cool facts about it. So if you guys are interested to know what is a desert, if you don't know about it, it's okay. We will learn in this book, okay? And it's a very simple book. At the end, you will find out some really cool, interesting facts about them. So if you really want to know them all, please stay till the end of the story. Okay, so let's find out what we are going to read here. Desert, Daniel Moreton. There is sand and more sand. There are rocks and more rocks. There are cacti and more cacti. There are flowers and more flowers. There are mountains and more mountains. There is water, but only little bit. So guys, I know this is like a beginner book, but there's some really cool facts at the end. So I will just read it, and if you guys are interested, stay tuned. One of the hardest, actually it's harshest places in the world to live in is the desert. The temperatures are severe and there is very little rainfall. The place is called a desert when there is less than 10 inches of rainfall. So guys, just note carefully, it says a place is called desert when there is less than 10 inches of rainfall in a year. Okay, so in a year, if it's less than 10 inches, so what do you call it? We call it a desert. Okay, so some of you might be wondering, how much is it? 10 inches of rainfall. So it's basically enough water to fill up a bathtub. Okay, so page 1, which I'm going to show you, is actually a monument valley in Arizona, which is this one. It's Monument Valley, yeah, desert in Arizona. You guys see it? Yep. Let's see what. So the long stretch of sand have been blown repeatedly by wind, making these ridge dunes, which are like waves of ripple in the sand. So some of you who don't know about ripples and ridges, these are kind of, these are like you see in the waves in the water. So basically in the sand, and let's find out how they become the way they are. Okay. This is one of the most well-known settings in the world, having appeared in many Western films. Like most desert, Monument Valley has plenty of sand. And so it talks later in the paragraph that these ripples are formed by wind. Okay, they are formed by wind. So the number 2 picture I'll show you, it's just the sand dune in Death Valley, California, were formed by the same wind. So this is the sand dune in California, guys. Okay, I just want to make sure. Sand dune in Death Valley, California. So number 2. Okay, so you kind of see that from here you kind of don't see a lot of ripples up here, but maybe in closer there are so many, like I could see like here tiny ripples that are formed because of the wind. Okay, so let's find out what this picture is. Where is this from? Is it the same or is it different? So it says um, sand dune in Namib desert in southwestern Africa are some of the oldest in the world. So this is actually a desert from Africa. It's called Namib. Okay, guys, Namib Desert in southwestern Africa. So below the dunes that are there today lies ancient dunes dating back some 40 million years. Okay, both the old and the new dunes are formed by strong winds carrying sand from the coast nearby. Some of the Namib dunes are 800 feet high. 800 feet high, guys. That is really interesting, right? So I guess we could go to the next one. So later we also read, people often think that plants and flowers cannot grow in desert, but that is not the case. The golden barrel cactus is one of the many cacti that can be found in the desert. So which is this one up here. This is called actually the golden barrel cactus. See, it looks like a barrel. Golden barrel cactus. Okay, this is one of the many cactus found in the desert. And so it says they tend to grow in the canyons where the environment is warmer and more moist. So that's one of the fact that for these cactus to grow in the environment, it has to be more moist and warmer. Okay, so there is one more I would like to share. The prickly pear cactus in page 7 is one of the most cacti and covers many square feet of desert. Okay, so which is the prickly pear cactus, which is these. Okay, so they grow really good. I have seen them, in real, and they're pretty awesome too. So yeah, so that is when the cacti and the flower are okay. It says people journeying to the desert often try to plan their visit sometimes during spring or early summer. That is when the cacti and flowers are in full bloom and the desert is filled with splendid colors. So this is really fun, exciting thing to know that desert, although there's not enough water, there are places, if you really would like to see the color of the desert, you could just go during spring or early summer, according to this book. And I hope you guys enjoyed. There's so many more things you could really read on this, and I hope you really learned something from this, and even one fact. Okay, and I will see you guys in some other story time, and you guys take care. Bye bye.